It is a brand new year. I can't believe it's taken us this long in 2021 to chat and catch up, but she is here and she is ready to go. The one and only Whitney Reynolds. Hello.
Hello and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
iHeart. Oh my goodness, it's so great to be back on. And I tell you, the little break I had towards the end of the year was so rejuvenating. I needed it. And I tell you, I have some amazing women back for Whitney's Women in 2021. I told y'all at the end of the year, get ready for 2021 women. I mean, we are starting off with two amazing ladies. I have Lisa with Girls Strong Nation and Catherine with the Ovarian Cancer Institute. Welcome, ladies.
Hey. Thank you for having us. Happy New Year.
Yes. Well, Happy New Year. I know it feels weird that it's like mid-month already in January. I feel like it's going fast. But I am so honored to have y'all on as our first Whitney's Women of the year. And, you know, you have some big stuff coming up, and it's kind of like twofold. So I'm going to introduce Lisa. I want you to talk first about Girls Strong Nation and this idea to raise $1 million for the Ovarian Cancer Institute. And then, Catherine, I want you to tell us what that will do for y'all. So, Lisa, tell us what Girls Strong is doing.
Sure. Let me just share a little bit about Girl Strong Nation. So Girl Strong Nation is a women's athletic apparel company all about empowerment. Our tagline is, "You can change the world, girl." And our mission is to inspire and empower women all around the world. So everyday Girl Strong, like ladies, we're all Girl Strong. Our clothing, we have a full line of T-shirts, hoodies, tanks, and leggings. And we also have a charitable arm where we strive to have at least one annual awareness event each year. We put on a 5K each year in Atlanta benefiting the Ovarian Cancer Institute. And this year, due to COVID, we are very excited to have moved to a virtual race and opened it up coast to coast.
Woo! Including Chicago.
Yes, ma'am. We have families signing up around the country, teaming up together, moms, daughters, whole families in different parts of the country. So however you like to get out there and walk or run. Your 2021 options, if I could share, sign up for a 5K, 10K, half, or full marathon. This race is going on all year long as we raise money throughout the year to get to $1 million for ovarian cancer. And you can easily check a marathon off your list, run or walk a mile a day for 26 days, and you've done a marathon. So we don't care how you get there. Yep.
Well, and Lisa, I want to stop you right there because the $1 million goal is what had me of, you're actually saying, I want to raise $1 million through this race for Ovarian Cancer Institute. That's what I'm hearing, right?
Yes, we are putting our stake in the ground, and we are going to raise $1 million for ovarian cancer.
Oh, my goodness. And that's really what perked my ears up when I found this out. And what's really cool, everyone that's listening, if you're listening on the actual radio here in Chicago, you can get involved here, and you can also make your mark because ovarian cancer is not just limited to Chicago, and the Ovarian Cancer Institute is doing so many different things with the dollars raised. So, Catherine, can you tell us a little bit about what you kind of are on the edge with breakthroughs for ovarian cancer?
Yeah. So the biggest thing with ovarian cancer is a late diagnosis. So most women are diagnosed in stage 3 or 4, and that's stage 4 is all you get with cancer. You have a 30% chance of surviving your ovarian cancer diagnosis if you're diagnosed in stage 3 or 4. But if you're diagnosed in stage 1, you have at least a 90% chance of surviving past 5 years. And so that's the biggest issue with ovarian cancer is early diagnosis is such a huge key. So the thing that the Institute has been working on for the last 20 years has been an early diagnostic test for ovarian cancer. It's a simple blood test. All it would be is going in for your annual exam every year and just getting your blood drawn. It would be that simple. That's the idea. And we are so close. Like I said, it's been 20 years in the making, and we are just in our final stages of validating it. So when we initially developed the diagnostic test, it's proven to be 100% effective. No room for error there. But that was discovered with a smaller set of samples, and it just wasn't enough for the FDA to say, yeah, we can approve this for the general public. So for the last several years, we've been out there working with finding more ovarian cancer samples that are stage 1 in order to really validate it and come back to the FDA and say, look, this thing is still 100% effective. There's no doubt you guys have to approve this.
This is crazy. So it always mind boggles me whenever I learn something new that's so life-changing. So what I'm hearing you say is up until this point, women are just finding out at the stage 3 or 4 because there's nothing out there that can detect earlier?
Yeah, that's it. Most women think that when they go in for their annual exam that they're checked for ovarian cancer during their pap smear, and they're not. The only ways to sort of detect ovarian cancer early right now is A, it's by request. So if you're going in and just getting your regular pap, you're not being checked for ovarian cancer. But B, if you go in, all you can request is an ultrasound and what's called a CA-125. And there's a lot of false positives, false negatives. I know women who were diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian cancer and they just had an ultrasound and it wasn't picked up in their ultrasound. So there really is no way to detect it. Most women who are diagnosed in stage 1, it's a fluke. I have a very close friend of mine. She was diagnosed when she was pregnant. It showed up in her ultrasound when she was pregnant. And how scary, how terrifying to be carrying your child while having this cancer grow inside of you. And thankfully, she's great. She's a longtime survivor, and it was caught early, and so it's no problem for her. But it was just a total fluke.
That is, I mean, when I heard about this, so, spoiler alert, everybody that's listening, I kind of already knew that you didn't know that we couldn't detect stage 1, and that's where I'm just like, we need to be a megaphone for this. And yes, the FDA, I mean, like, let's get as many people, let's get this out to the public because it saves lives. But with that, I know the research does not get funded on its own, or some magical fairy comes down and says, here's the funding to make this happen, this life-changing thing. And so it's so neat that people want to walk alongside the Ovarian Cancer Institute and say, we're going to create things. And so could the $1 million, actually have this go into place?
Yeah, I mean, $1 million could make a gigantic impact for something like OCI. Right now, it's just myself and our CEO. We are a tiny shoestring budget operation, and with that tiny budget, we're making these gigantic strides. So, we've been so lucky to have people like Lisa and Girl Strong Nation who've wanted to partner with us. This is our 4th year partnering together. And for them to put $1 million goal in front of that would be huge. I mean, a great example is the recent COVID vaccine. The fact that vaccine came through in less than a year is highly unusual. And the primary reason for that was because there was massive funding behind it. So
right.
If we had this $1 million from Girl Strong Nation, the diagnostic test has been 20 years in the making, but it would be able to be used to the public that much quicker. I mean, it's only a slow-going process because of the lack of funding.
I participate in races quite often. I know Brady's also a runner. We actually host some races together. It's really fun. But, a lot of the time, the mission behind it is really good. There's amazing nonprofits that all need our help. But to actually know you could tangibly, potentially change the trajectory of ovarian cancer is mind-boggling to me. And this is what's so cool about it. So, Lisa, how do people get involved with the race?
Yeah, so just go to our website, www.girlstrongnation.com, and there's a link to sign up, and you can register, or you can also hit the donate buttons. You can either register to run, or if you don't want to run or walk, you can also donate.
Love that. And one of the things I thought was great about what you said, and Brady might roll his eyes at me when I say this, but the idea of running a marathon over the course of the year.
No, I'm all in on this. I've been running marathons wrong my whole life. If you're telling me that I can do it in 20 whatever days, sign me up.
I'm totally with you on that one. Yes, we are doing it. So it's all year long. My husband and I are out there every day, and we're doing, because we've been kind of lax, a lot of chips and salsa over the COVID period. So we definitely need to be working our marathon in January. But a mile a day for 26 days. There's all kinds of ways you can look at it. Not everyone is so an athlete.
Cool. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm signing up. Thank you, ladies, so much for coming on. And tell us the website one more time where they can sign up and really make some change for ovarian cancer.
Thanks, Whitney. It's www.girlstrongnation.com.
Cool. I'll also have it up on my website. Thank you, ladies, for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
You know, Whitney, 2021, it's crazy. The roller coaster year that was last year, somehow, some way, you and I, we got through it together. We managed to stay positive and bring amazing ideas and, organizations like the ladies we just spoke with. And that's exactly what you're doing in 2021 as well.
Oh, yeah. We are already planning out our new season, which is really exciting. We've officially launched national. In fact, it feels weird, but this week was our first week airing in LA, and on Sunday we air in Denver, and it is so cool to be seeing all these markets. But I tell you, again, the reason the Whitney Reynolds Show has been growing the way it has is because of our home base. So I know I said this last year, but y'all always get to see it first. So in the spring, what you see of the Whitney Reynolds Show, no one else gets to yet. It will then hit later on in the nation. So it's a really exciting time for the show. And ultimately, the mission and all arms of what we do is to inspire change and positive change and give hope. So Whitney's Women is one way we do that. And I am just so grateful to kick off this year with these two amazing women today and be back on with you, Brady. I'm excited to see what we do this year and the lives we can impact through Whitney's Women together.
Big things coming. You know that. As always, Whitney Reynolds, thank you so much. We will chat very, very soon, okay?
Yes. Thank you so much, Brady.